Hello there, welcome to a Tagonn's Let's Play production video. I'm going to show the setup process for my Let's Play setup. What I do in preparation for starting a Let's Play recording session. And that is, let's start with accessories, what I use to make my Let's Plays the way they are, and try to improve the quality all the time. And so we'll start with microphone. I use a Turtle Beach P, I think it's 11. Yes, P11. This is typically the PlayStation variant, but it also works on the computer. It's a USB mic. I got an extender on it, which is this is all I use. It does come with, if I can find it. It's jumbled in there somewhere. Oh, here, this. I don't use that because I don't use the earphone piece because I can't quite record audio that way. Because I record through external speakers. So I'll show those later. But some of my older Let's Plays, for any new subscriber to my channel, go check out some of my old ones. You'll see how I recorded it before. Which I use the built-in mic of my laptop. Which is not that great of a recording device. I done that because the first time I was recording, it sounded fine and all, but it didn't turn out so well. And when I was doing it, I done a lot of my Let's Plays, at least for the first year, through that built-in microphone, because I thought it sounded fine. It's all I had on hand. I mean, I had this on hand, but I wasn't thinking about it. I was thinking, hey, the built-in mic sounds fine. I'll just use it. Then I don't know what got me to try this. I think someone mentioned something, so I tried it, and it sounded a lot better, and ever since then, I've been using that. So my Let's Plays kind of evolved over the years. Like, when I recorded, I used to also upload it raw, AVI format, which those files can get pretty big. 700 megabytes to a gig. Sometimes they're smaller, but most of the time they're around that. And with A-line isolation, it gets up to like 1.5, 1.7 gigs. So imagine trying to upload those. So I started using Windows Movie Maker to compress it into MP4 format. Then YouTube said use one of their recommended formats. I go look at their list of what their recommended formats is. And I was like, well, hopefully WMV is in there. Not WMA, I was about to say that again. Yeah, it's like my third take because I messed up a couple times. Anyways, luckily they had WMV in the list. It's like that's the only other thing Windows Movie Maker can convert stuff into, or edit into. And so I used that for my editing now. And I've been doing that for a year and a half now, or more. And things have been turning out well. Everything's in 1080p, even if it's not a 1080p game. It doesn't matter to me. Yeah, it's upscaling it a little bit, but it gives it a little bit of a better quality. Some people might like the 480p aspect, and you can go to the settings in the YouTube video and put it in 480. So I figured I'd just give the best of both worlds for the people who want to watch it in 1080p or 720p. You got the option. But if you want the 480p, you still got that option too. Anyways, moving on. Controllers I use. This was the controller I originally used. But since I found out that you could use this through USB, I now use this one. This one is just to me, a better controller. I like the Xbox One controller better anyway than those. Those are still fine though. That's the spare I had. These are just all extras. Both of these are extras. Those are just extras in case they're right there, and well, I doubt if any of those. I was thinking if any of those broke off, and I haven't had a chance to buy a new one yet, but I forgot that one and another set right there, and another one right over there. So I doubt I won't need those, but I'm gonna keep those just in case. Now, other things I use for my Let's Plays now is external speakers. I used to use these, my built-in speakers. They work fine. But these sound better because they got more quality sound to it because of course they're Bose. But anyways, for when I'm personally using them, I mostly use headphone sets, which right now I'm using Bose QC2 since my other pair that was over there died, unfortunately. So I'm using these until I get up the money to buy a new pair of those. And those were just a find. Anyways, I just plug up those through here and I control the volume to my headset through there. Now if I'm doing a Let's Play, these come out. And I use the speakers themselves and I control the volume to where I need it to be. So that's what I use for speakers. And I like these because also I'll also have a setup down here to where I could easily turn it off at night when I'm done with it, and then when I get back up in the morning when I start using the computer, just turn it back on. And it's just all wired down through here. It's just so I don't run over the wires with the wheels down there. That's about it for that. Let's see if this is going to show up right, or do I have to stop this video and do another one? You can mine it. You can kind of see. Let's see if I can just angle that right. This is the recorder I use. I still use SM recorder. I'm going to try that other one that people have been recommending, that OBS, I think, or something. We'll try that. You can see the camera, the webcam up there, because of the light I have on. But anyways, other things I use is X pattern for the controllers in case the emulator I'm using does not have a special configuration where I can just go to the controllers and add it. This will let me add the Xbox 360 wired controller or the Xbox One wired controller, which is why I typically just use those instead of this now. But this is for like Sega games and whatnot. In terms of everything else, I think that's pretty much it. And of course, this is what I use to edit my video. All I gotta do is import the video that's recorded, which I go through here. But as you can see, there's nothing here yet. But I got some stuff I need to upload probably today. And that's pretty much it. Yeah, in terms of upcoming projects, right now, as you can tell, Alien Isolation and Resident Evil DC are underway. Alien Isolation is still going to outlast Resident Evil DC, unfortunately, because it's just that long of a game. Plus, I've got extras in that game too, like the DLC, the special survivor mode parts, which I'm not going to really show every aspect of survival mode. I'm just going to show some things that, you know, when I feel like doing a Let's Play, I'll just play around on it. So that kind of be an ongoing thing that'll never end, because I like Alien Isolation, so it might never end. I mean, you never know, but I'm going to leave that as an ongoing thing. That's not going to interrupt any kind of projects. It's just going to be a side thing. But the DLC that I'm talking about, the survival mode does have DLC to add on to it, but the DLC that I'm talking about specifically is I can't even think of it right now. Where's the game disc? Crew Expendable, that's one of them. And I'm gonna play every aspect of it because you can play as Ripley, Dallas, or Parker, and I'm gonna play as all of them. You'll like that mode, and there's also The Last Survivor. I'm gonna do that one. There's only one character you play on that. I'm not spoiling anything on that or any of the other parts of the DLC. I'm just mentioning what's on the front of the case that everybody knows. I mean, who knows? If you're watching my Alien Isolation Let's Play, you probably already played through it, or watched another Let's Play, because, well, I'm not as fast going through it, but I like to enjoy the Let's Plays. I like to do them when I feel like, doing them. I don't want to do them just to, have an episode to do it, which is why I had a little bit of a long break. Just kind of got burnt out a little bit. I want to take a little break, but now I'm going to get back to it, because I'm enjoying it. I might do some later today. Might not, but I got plenty of episodes back logged, so you have enough for a couple weeks of uploads. So, don't have to worry about that. That's a little bit of updates and my Let's Play setup all in one video. In terms of what I'm going to do after Resident Evil DC, I do believe I may either do Resident Evil 3 Nemesis. I may start doing Spyro the Dragon. I don't know if any of those off the top of my head without thinking or going to my computer and looking. So I'm just leave those two in there. I mean, it might be one of those. I could start something else entirely. Who knows? But there's always that. I always wanted to do the Alien Resurrection LP from the old PlayStation era, but the controls in that game is just horrendous. I don't even feel like doing it because they're so horrendous. So I don't even think that's going to be happening, unfortunately. So I did mention a few years ago when I did Metal Gear Solid that I was going to do a stealth run. I'm still thinking about doing that, but just not right now. I got too much stuff on my hand, and I got Alien Isolation to worry about then to try to start another long project. And Dino Crisis Wipeout mode is something else I also thought of just real quick. I need to get to doing that as well. There was another game I wanted to do also, Lost World Jurassic Park for the Sega Genesis, but I can't seem to get my recorder to record it right, and if I can get OBS to work right, I'll use it and try to do that game. But until I can get all that stuff working, for now we're just going to stick with the normal. I'm going to stick with doing Resident Evil DC Chris Run. And after that, I'm possibly going to do Spyro the Dragon, or what was the other one I mentioned? I mentioned it earlier, but you know what I mean. Spyro the Dragon or the other one, whatever it was. Resident Evil 3 Nemesis, that's right. So stay tuned for those. I have other projects on hand. I mentioned a few, but I got others. But it's going to be a long enough video as it is, so I don't want to sit here rambling and thinking. So this is pretty much what I'm going to be talking about. So hope you enjoyed this video, and as always, see you in the game.